workout is for any athlete out there, or any person that wants to train like an athlete. This is a great workout with a solid warm-up to start. We have some active warm-ups with this. You can go ahead and do a little jogging if you wanted beforehand, but we have some mountain climbers, some prone heel extensions, and then some exercises that a lot of you probably are not familiar with, working on loosening up the torso and the shoulders. Once we get into that, or after that, we're going to be doing some deadlifts, some squat and presses, some RDLs, and then finally, oh shoot, what's that last one? Oh, excuse me, rows, then RDLs. So deadlifts, squat press, rows, then RDLs. If you have any questions on this, let us know. We are happy to help you guys continuing to getting to a healthier place while making healthy happen. The plank with heel raises, you'll be in a push-up position, alternating each leg up towards even with your spine. Squeeze your glute at the top, and then keep on alternating until you hit 12 repetitions. All right, just a few more here. Now we're going into mountain climbers. Going to be doing 15 per leg on this exercise. Make sure you bring those knees close to your chest. Kick back. Keep your lower back nice and stable. Don't dip your hips or raise your butt too high in the air. This next exercise is a lunge position overhead stretch. You're reaching way back behind you, coming back down. Nice stretch in the chest muscles, the lats. You might feel that in your abdominals and your rib cage serratus muscles as well. Showing you the front view here. Here in a second, I'm going to be doing the side view. Switching feet here. Again, just staying nice and tall. Go back just behind your earlobes as you're doing this one. Keep your front foot flat as you're doing this. Arms are straight, locked out at the elbows. Up behind the ears. Coming back down with it. Nice, easy stretch. Will help open up your chest. All right, next up we're going to have a similar position. Lunging down again, but this time the bat is behind me. Now you can use any sort of stick, like a broomstick, golf club, baseball bat, light barbell, whatever you have available. With this one, I'm twisting side to side. Once I twist all the way to the side, I'm pausing and then going all the way to the other side and pausing. Really working on stretching out those obliques there. When I'm in the lunge position, that leg that is down, those hip flexors are going to be stretched out quite a bit. For me, I do a lot of heavier lifting, powerlifting type training, so I am a little bit tighter in my hips. That's just because stretching wise, I don't do as much as I should. I do a handful of stretching throughout the week, but not as much as I should. Next up, just going up overhead, back down to the thighs. Nice, easy stretch. Very similar to the first exercise we did while we were lunged down and raising overhead. This one will just stretch us out in the core a little bit more. Side view, as you can see there now, I'm going behind my ears a little bit more than I did with the first lunge exercise. All right, next up after this, we're going to be doing some exercises where the bat is behind me. So I'm doing a supinated grip and I'm going side to side with my arms. I'm really getting a nice stretch on my upper pec area, my upper bicep tendon, shoulders, It just feels really good, helping loosen up any tension that's in there. If you are like say a football player, you might have tighter shoulders and chest muscles and bicep tendons from a lot of pressing movements that you might be doing. Baseball players, volleyball players, you could have some tendonitis up there as well, and this will help stretch out those bicep tendons just a little bit. All right. Similar, but this time I'm in a pronated position with my hands. Then I'm pushing straight back, keeping my chest upright. Back to the start, pushing back. Feel that a little bit deeper in the shoulders as opposed to the biceps and chest there. When doing this exercise, or the other shoulder stretch as well, you don't want to overstretch. You're not trying to do it so far to where you start leaning forward. You just want to have a nice stretch in those bicep tendons, chest and shoulder area. Last but not least is a scapula retraction and protraction. I'm getting a nice retraction there, really pushing my chest to the floor. Then I'm protracting my shoulder blades forward, retracting again. Nice, good stretch to help loosen up those scapula muscles there. And then back down. Then we're about ready for the workout. Good warm up. Enjoy the workout, everybody. All right, now that you have the warm up done, we're going to go through the main movement first, which is a trap bar deadlift or a kettlebell deadlift. If you don't have either of those two, you can go ahead and do dumbbell or barbell deadlifts. Whatever equipment you have available, use that for these exercises. If you need to modify, that's totally fine, but we're going to get right into it. The first one's a kettlebell deadlift. I'm going to show you two angles on this one. First, get those kettlebells to the side, or your dumbbells. If you have a trap bar, you're going to be in between that bar. Feet are hip width apart. You're sitting back on your heels to engage your hamstrings and glutes. Grab the kettlebells, chest up, shoulders back, drive through the floor, hips come forward quick. Inhale back down, exhale as you go up. The goal with this exercise is to be as explosive as possible. You're not doing a whole lot of weight because you're at home. Most people won't have a lot of weight to max out on this exercise. Some people might. However, what we're trying to do is we're trying to be explosive and powerful with this. Side view. Facing the other way. Sitting the hips back. Keep your chest upright. Big breath in before you pull. Notice with that, the hip speed is quick, going forward, sitting back, popping forward as fast as possible on this. Excuse me. You're going to be doing 4 sets of 6 to 8 repetitions on this exercise. So now we're going to get into the second exercise here. Second exercise of the workout is a seated press. However, there's no sitting down. You're going to be in a half squat position, pressing outward. I'm going to show you a couple ways to do this. One way, if you have a dumbbell, you're going to get your same stance you had for the kettlebell deadlifts. You're sitting back, just about a quarter squat. Start at your upper chest, shoulder area, pressing out. Come back in, out, back in. Inhale down, exhale out. What we're going to be doing with this is we're going to be doing 10 to 12 repetitions, keeping your quads, hamstrings, glutes, core, and lower back all as stable as possible. Side view. Inhale in, sit the hips back about right there, looking forward. Exhale, inhale. Really fill that belly full of air as you're bringing it back towards your chest. Exhale as you go up. With that one, if you have a kettlebell, you can just hold the kettlebell here. Thumbs are in the middle. You're sitting back. Breathe in. That's one way to do it. The dumbbells the other way. And then also, many of you guys and gals might have a hip circle band, either rubber, cloth. They come in various resistances. And so with that being said, if you don't have a weight, you can do this. Bring your band to where it's halfway up your forearm. Pretend you're holding the weight. Sitting down, sitting back. Breathe in, brace. Back in. What it's doing is it's wanting to bring my hands in, but I am keeping my rear delts, rotator cuff, and back muscles all engaged while doing this. Switch sides. Sit back. Now, be mindful, this band and some of the other ones out there, they might roll on you, so just be careful with that. If I go too far out or too far in like that, it'll end up rolling on you, so be careful for that. Trap bar deadlifts / kettlebell deadlifts, half squat and press, and then one arm split stance row. You can do this with a band, you can do this with a dumbbell or kettlebell, even a barbell for where it's anchored to the side and you're just rolling up with the barbell. A couple of variations I'm going to show you with this one. Take one kettlebell, get your feet in a stance where as if you're about to go off for a sprint. Bring the kettlebell to the front heel, rest your front arm on your thigh, grab that kettlebell, breathe in. Again, core engagement is key here. Grab that kettlebell. As you pull up, you're exhaling. Inhale back down. Tap that floor. Inhale down. Exhale up. That's the front view. Now the side view, I'm going to do the opposite side here. Again, in like a runner's position, front arm is on the front leg. Grab that kettlebell. You're pulling straight back. Your elbow is going towards your hip bones. All the way down. Squeeze back. Control forward. Forward. And as you pull back, you really want to pull that shoulder blade way back and let that shoulder blade come way forward. Full range of motion here. One thing that a lot of athletes might run into is like shoulder issues. If your scapula does not protract or retract the proper way, that is where some injuries can come about. So make sure when you're doing an exercise like this, you got full extension, retract way back, full extension down. Let those muscles and those joints reach their full potential for the range of motion. If you don't have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you can use a band. Just right like this guy. Put that band under your foot. Now, depending on the band will be dependent on how tight it is. So I'm going to make this one pretty tight because this is only a 20-pound band. So if I'm down in that bottom position, same thing, pull up, full extension down, exhale, full extension down. That's how you would do that with a band. Now, if you don't have one of those bands, or a dumbbell or kettlebell, take one of these guys, put it through your shoe, same concept. Just like that. With the kettlebell deadlifts, the squat press outs, the rows, and then the next exercise I'm going to show you the split leg or single leg or any RDL variation. We're working all the major muscle groups when it comes to the foundations of a athlete. Now, this doesn't just apply for an athlete, this can apply to the general population. At heart, everybody is actually an athlete, so these exercises will help get the lower half, quads, hammies, glutes, core is engaged on every exercise. On the press outs, you have your lower body and your upper body. On the rows, you're hitting your posterior, your back muscles, arms, shoulders, core as well. And then on this last one, the RDL, we're really focusing on stretching out those hamstrings, coming up, locking out, squeezing those glutes, repeating that same movement, but in a proper positioning throughout the entire exercise. So with this one, I'm going to do a split stance RDL, a single leg RDL, and then a regular RDL. Again, we're just doing 10 to 12 repetitions on every exercise. If it's the rows and the RDLs, it's per side. All right, so split stance RDL, you can do it with one kettlebell, or you can do it with two. Just make sure you're not going too heavy with this. The focal points, keep the front foot flat, your back foot, your heel is up off of the floor. A common mistake is that people will lock this front leg out and really load their lower back. We're not trying to do that. Keep that front leg slightly bent the whole time. You're pushing your hips back. Now, back, back, back. My knee's not locking out, it's staying bent. I'm feeling that in my hammies, 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 right through here. As I get to the bottom, squeeze the glutes all the way back up, looking straight ahead. We're going down, 2, 1, boom, up. 2, 1, boom, up. Back, butt back, back up. This one, I actually said 10 to 12 per side. We're actually going to be doing anywhere from 6 to 10 on this one. So depending on your weight, you might be doing more, you might be doing less reps. Just depends. I'll lay this all out in the descriptions. Front view. Do this leg forward. Chest up, shoulders back. Again, that front leg is not locking out. It's slightly bent the whole time. Butt back, butt back, butt back. Feel those hammies. Boom, back up. Butt back, hamstrings, tap, back up. Working on hip explosiveness, the stretch, boom, back up with it, okay? That's the split leg. Now the single leg, people will go heavy with this one. You can. You don't need to though. Find a weight that's perfect for you. And when I say perfect, more so like moderate. If you have a kettlebell, it's nice because they sit up a little higher than a dumbbell, about 4 inches for the dumbbell and kettlebell that I have here. But if, first off, apologize for my dog. He loves to bark. One-legged RDL, many ways to go about it. You can start in the bottom position. Leg is up in the air. We're balancing and stabilizing that planted leg. Going down, my heels up, creating a T with my legs, my body, and my leg that's vertical. I'll show you the side view here in a second. But you're down. Big breath in. 1, Slide that foot back, stabilize, 2. Slide back, 3. Really focus in on right through here. You're going to be working your glutes and your hammies really, really good on this exercise. Opposite side. You may find that one side is easier than the other. That left side is my easy side or my more dominant side. My right side is going to be a little tougher. I can already feel it. But slight bend in the leg. Grab that. I'm just going to stand up with it so I can regain my balance. If I'm here, vertical spine. Drive your glutes back. It's going to be more challenging. Boom. Back up. Slide back. Boom. Slide back. Back up. As you can see, sorry about that. My right leg was more unstable going down. When it comes to jumping and kicking, we have a smart foot and a power foot. Now, I'm right-handed, so my smart foot is actually my left one because that's where I jump. I jump off, I can balance, I can stabilize better on my left foot. My power foot is my right one. So if you're an athlete, think about your movements that you're doing, whether you're a basketball player, baseball, volleyball. Think about what your smart foot is and your power foot. You might be able to find which one is weaker and what one you might need to work on just a little bit more. My right one, as you can tell with the single leg RDLs, if I work that a little bit more, I can jump off of that a lot better than my left side. So, or not a lot better, but a little bit more evenly to my left side. So that's one thing to note for split leg, or excuse me, single leg RDLs. The last one, same exercise, well, similar exercise, a regular RDL. If you got kettlebells, dumbbells, barbells, whatever it is, just holding this to the side, breathe in, drive your glutes back, 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 tap, 1. Glutes back, tap, 2. Glutes back, tap, 3. We're really loading our hamstrings and our glutes. If you watch any college volleyball, football, really any professional sport for that matter, all those athletes, their legs are developed tremendously. Well, because if you have a strong foundation, you're going to be faster, you're going to be more powerful, less likely to have injuries. So focus on strength and power of the lower extremities. The speed's going to come, guarantee you that. That will help you stay strong, powerful, safer for injuries. Speed will come with it. So recap real quick. That warm-up, you know it. Follow along with the warm-up. Kettlebell deadlifts, or any sort of deadlift, 10 to 12 reps. Then we had the squat and press, squatting down, pressing out, down and up. That's going to be, again, 10 to 12 repetitions. Then the row variation, bending over, grab that kettlebell, row up, control down with it. Then the last one is an RDL. Again, 10 to 12 repetitions on the deadlifts, squat and press, the rows, and RDLs. So with that being said, if you have questions on this workout, reach out, comment, message, whatever's easiest for you to access us. If you want more workouts like this, let me know what you have available. I have just about any sort of equipment available for videos, TRX, barbells, rack, you name it. I'll be able to make a specific workout for you athletes or people who want to train like an athlete out there. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Anytime Fitness Peoria, Anytime Fitness Germantown Hills, Never Been Stronger, Epic. Follow those accounts. There'll be more information out there for you. We're happy to help everybody that is doing workouts at home, Can't wait till the gym opens back up. We'll be ready to get after it, get you to a healthier place and making healthy happen.